What's going on, guys? Gentle Toy here. We're back with another free-to-play video episode as we collect these 100 gems. Closing in on today 27, almost 28, or just said day 27 of the daily logins. Only a few days away from Haiku time, which is going to be helpful for my team in terms of clan boss, more than likely sometime in the future. Probably not right away, but when I get to making it, it will be. We'll quickly doing this on the fly. Let's quickly grab something from the market for the purchase daily quest. And also check our soul stones to see if we have an awaken for Rhonda. We do not. There's no other awakens in here that I care about, so we'll just leave them as they are. So update on the free-to-play and how it's going. Well, as you see, level 46. So I've still been growing it out a fair bit. In terms of Doom Tower, I'm kind of half stuck on this wave. I think I can do it if I manually do it. It's just this final wave here for my current team is a bit of an annoyance. Clan boss, we are currently forking the brutal clan boss. As you can see, we put 3 keys in for 20 mil. So when we put another key in later, we'll hit that 40 mil that's needed. For that 21 mil that's needed. I felt agonizingly close, but obviously just due to having the brimstone on the wrong champion, it doesn't help. What if I could ever get a brimstone for Rhonda, the damage would be way better. Hydra, we bit 1 key in just because we had to bit a key in. And we did about 300k, so it wasn't an amazing key, but was like the 3rd best key out of people that happened to bit a key in. Arena, we're still just sitting around gold 1. Finding those fights that we can actually beat here and there. There's a few in there that I might try to do a little bit later. When it comes to tag team, we're just we're keeping the 1-man defense in still, and just taking out those easy battles to slowly work towards getting Drex. So nothing really speak on there. Faction wars, nothing really speak on there. We've yet to focus faction wars yet. It's nice to see how high up is open today, so I might be able to go a bit further in there. Dungeons, honestly been farming all the dragons layout with his 2x speed here the last few days, and a little bit of spiders then, just to be able to get some extra bits of gear, which we'll go over shortly. And campaign, nothing to speak on there. Haven't done much since we beat Brutal. Yeah, as you can see here, we got 2 refills saved up. Been using a lot of those until recently, but we decided to save them up. No gems really saved up because I'm still just yellowing them for the fun of it. We recently brought the 2nd stage of the gem mine and are currently saving up for the 3rd. After which I'm going to buy out the Guardian Ring and we'll go from there. Market, we've still got 2 spots left to open. I just open those whenever I see an ancient shard down there, if I'm being honest, and all that. When it comes to missions, we are currently on when the new tournament gets out of the way, win some silver or gold medals in Classic Arena, followed up by some other bits and bobs. Quest, obviously we're still doing the quest pretty well. Advanced quest and stuff like that. Challenges, I have to do that one. I have to get some more different bits of gear to finish doing that one. And actually have to remember that sack the keeps on this one, even though I wouldn't be able to finish it because I'm unable to do Far Night 13 yet. And then Arena, we're slowly kind of doing this one, but also kind of not. We're mostly just focusing that slow grind to get a crit damage up to 5 and all of that. So now to the champs here, we have obviously you can see we have 3 6-stars at the moment. I haven't been putting a lot of focus in the champ farming for a 4th 6-star just yet. But probably going to focus that over the coming week. More likely to be Tatura here. I either have to farm that or I have to continue to farm the masteries for champions. Because as actually these 3 here are not fully mastered yet. once they get full masteries, then it'll become a little bit better. But if you see, Elhain just in some lifesteal gear, the perception is just there because it gave me a little bit more speed, and plus it had some, like a couple of speed rolls, as you see, a triple roll and a double roll, and I just wanted to get her some speed, and eventually I'll get her some glyphs, and we'll glyph her up to over to 100. But by the time I do that, I'm probably gonna be changing this build, because I'm personally not the biggest fan of the lack of attack, crit rate, crit damage. So I'm probably gonna be changing this build sooner rather than later, if I'm being honest. Marichka, we've just gone for as much speed as I can really get her right now, whilst also getting her a bunch of HP. So she's got an okay amount of HP, 204 speed, and a little bit of resist, just so I can have Marichka how I feel like she should be. Rhonda, we've kind of gone for as much like damage as I can get at the moment with her, with some lifesteal gear. If I wasn't just trying to keep her in lifesteal gear, it would be a little bit better. We even got this to throw on us. Let's just throw that on her. We could have thrown it on her, but I think the attack percent and the flat attack will come in a little bit more clutch for Rhonda. Frozen Banshee is built very weak right now. Very subpar accuracy, subpar speed. I honestly just should update her again. But yeah, I mean, I don't have the best lifestyle to choose from for Frozen Banshee right now, so she's just kind of in whatever she is. And then Tatura, I've kind of just built with resistance, a little bit of speed, and a little bit of HP and defense. We're just trying to keep him alive to an extent, but also just keep him like pretty speedy. So that's been my goal with Tatura. And Marichka, just to have them have some speed. And yeah, these just try to be nukage. As you can see here with gear, we're looking okay in terms of dragon gear. Because like I said, I farmed a lot of dragon. We'll be going for we'll be farming a lot of dragon, trying to mostly get speed boots, but also just in general some decent gear. We got a couple of pairs of speed boots. Most of them happen to be on champions right now. If we got a fitting, if we just got it equipped, we'll see. We have a pair here that's speed, and here that's speed, and he also had that pair that I showed before. But yeah, so gear is looking decent. We'll have to eventually work on that. Glyphs are looking okay. We're getting some 4-star glyphs that we'll eventually use on some champions and some gear that might be long-term gear. And all of that. Now, what are the goals for the coming week is probably the next thing I should answer. Well, get Tatura up to 6-star, potentially get Banshee up to 6-star, and prep for Haiku-tan up to 6-star. But that's not a big deal just yet. I think get these two up to 6-star, get these 3 masteries, see if I can progress further in terms of dungeons, and then start working towards either Haiku-tan or Sandlashed up to 5-6 stars. That work on the clan boss team. Because I do have a clan boss team in mind. I just have to get around to making it. Which the clan boss team for now will be Sandlash Survivor for the increase all enemy attacks all enemies and decrease the duration of all enemy buffs, but mostly the increase the buff duration of all allies by 1 turn. Haiku-tan for increased speed. Tatura, when I get him booked, that's why Sandlash and Haiku-tan are not a big thing for his free turn block debuff, free turn cooldown block debuff and increased defense. So he can be my champion that keeps this affinity friendly. Frozen Banshee for those poisons, and because I'll be running a 2-to-1 comp for the time being, obviously she's going to be landing a lot more poisons than she would have if she wasn't running a 2-to-1 comp. So we should be able to keep poison sense and stuff like that up a while. The only problem is the current team I'm thinking of, we're not going to have any sort of decreased attack, so we're going to be dying pretty quickly. And then yeah, Haiku Tan, as I mentioned, and then for now will be Marichka, just so she can bring those strengthens and shields to help us stay alive until I can get a decreased attack champion that I'm comfortable, like preferably decreased attack A1 champion that I can put into the team. I do have a Trumbull I could try, who is a weaken that leech on the A1. But I just don't think I have much reason for him. And yeah, so that's the plans over the coming week is Tatura, Branchy up to 6-star. These three at least down to the T6 mastery. You know, I can skip a couple. I can skip like this one and just go straight down. So I can go boink, boink, boink. And I can skip a few of the T5s just to go straight to a T6. As you've seen before, I have Brimstone on Tatura. That's not long term because Tatura will be used in many things, and I'd rather be in some polymorph. Because I'm going to be also using him in my long term arena team. If you just want to know my arena team for the long term, it will be probably Marichka, Tatura, Ronda, and then probably a Warmainer for decreased defense. Until I can get a better decreased defense weakened champion. I could use other champs in there, like a Haiku time when I get her, but I think I'd rather go just Marichka with the skill she has. Like, I kind of got a team that's kind of working in terms of it. If I get a classic arena, it's not got the highest team power, so I don't think we could beat this. Instead, we'll look for one for around the same team power like this. It's a little bit lower than this, but we'll take it off auto just so we can do what we want. So if we go in, we use the turn meter, boost the turn meter. We then just AoE with Elhain right now. We then use lockout on Ronda to either lock out the Seal or the Ultimate Death Knight on a team like this. And then we want to have, obviously if he had Polymorph, it would be better, but we want him to be the one that's targeted. Of course, Dark Elhain probably wasn't the best champ to bring on this because I feel, yeah, when someone gets frozen, she does that. And then we heal ourselves up from the damage that we just took. We go in with another AoE, and then another AoE, and then for this team, they lost both their things. Now we're going to go in on the Ultimate Death Knight and slowly whittle him down a little bit. The Seal's probably going to get a revive here, and she does. We're going to lock out the Ultimate Death Knight again. So now the Ultimate Death Knight's useless, we'll go back in on the Ronda. Go back in on the Ronda and get rid of the damage. With him being locked out, he's less useful, so we'll go give it a Seal, and then we'll finish off the Ultimate Death Knight by not getting a crit. Well, A2 just to guarantee a 2-hit. And now we have to deal with his stupid bug where his health doesn't show what it actually is. We'll lock him out again because fuck Ultimate Death Knight. And now we just sit here doing this for the next 2 knows how long. There we go. Like that's the basic of this team. We can see it run on auto as well. She's obviously, when it comes to lockout, she's not going to lock out the right champion. She's just going to smack the champion that's the weakest with it. Whilst obviously when I wanted to lock out, I wanted to lock out a certain champion like an Ultimate Death Knight, a Seal, etc., just to be able to have them do less on the team. I'm more to McCab if I happen to come across one of those at all. See if we can beat a solo Python. I don't see why we couldn't. We're gonna do like fuck all damage to him, but got a brimstone on him, so that's gonna count to something maybe. If he doesn't just keep A1ing. We can get these inner corner procs that will come in handy as well. We need to take this off auto until he gets rid of block debuffs. This block debuffs will literally fuck me over. Because yeah, she would have A2'd there and we wouldn't have got the debuffs. No point healing. And now we might as well just keep smacking away at him slowly. Now we'll block him out of his stuff. And continue just to do some damage. There we go. We killed a solo Python as well. But yeah, so that's the basics to your in team. And probably roughly what I expect to do. Obviously without Elhain eventually will just be solely used for campaign farming. Like eventually I'll take out a lifesteal gear and just put it in gear that gives her hopefully about 3.5k attack at least, 75 plus crit rate, 150 crit damage, and 205 speed would be the hope that I give her sooner than later. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'll be probably live on Twitch later today, using all of this energy stuff like that. So if you want to, feel free to join me there. Link would be in the description. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video.